Anthropic tried to kill Claude Code on the $20 plan today, then reversed it inside of 4 hours. 6 companies, 1 daily briefing: Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia. Let's check. Anthropic. 3 stories today, one of them self-inflicted. This morning, Anthropic silently edited their pricing page. Claude Code removed from the $20 Pro plan. No tweet, no blog post, no email. Developers spotted it inside of hours. Hacker News, Reddit, Twitter all exploded. Sam Altman quote replied, "Okay, boomer," on OpenAI's behalf. The OpenAI Codex lead publicly noted that Codex is still on the $20 plan. By evening, Anthropic had reverted. Head of growth Amol Avasar called it a 2% test on new prosumer signups. The public pricing page edit was global, not 2%. That contradiction is the story. Also today, Anthropic confirmed unauthorized access to Claude Mythos preview via third-party vendor. The Reserve Banks of Australia and New Zealand say they are now monitoring the model over cyber attack fears. And on the upside, a multi-gigawatt TPU expansion with Google and Broadcom starting 2027. Anthropic cited run rate revenue now past $30 billion. OpenAI, $1.5 billion, structured as a side vehicle. The Financial Times reported today that OpenAI is committing up to $1.5 billion to DeployCo, a new Delaware LLC for enterprise deployment of OpenAI's workplace tools. $500 million in initial equity, $1 billion in follow-on. The private equity side is where this gets interesting. TPG Bain, Advent, Brookfield, and Goanna Capital are jointly putting in $4 billion. Valuation, $10 billion. Closing early May. OpenAI holds supervoting shares, and the PE backers reportedly negotiated a 17.5% annual guaranteed return over 5 years. Guaranteed returns on private AI bets are rare. That single term tells you how nervous the funds are about downside, and how confident OpenAI is in enterprise revenue. Separately, OpenAI's official response to Florida's criminal probe landed today. Spokesperson Kate Waters: ChatGPT is not responsible for this terrible crime. OpenAI says it shared the suspect's account data with law enforcement. Google: the biggest day of Cloud Next is day 1, and they used it well. 4 drops. First, TPU version 8, split for the first time into 2 dies. Sunfish for training, designed with Broadcom. Zebrafish for inference, designed with MediaTek. 2.8 times the price performance of Ironwood on training. 80% better perf per dollar on inference. TSMC 2 nanometer. Shipping late 2027. Second, a $750 million partner fund for agentic AI. McKinsey, Accenture, Deloitte, Capgemini, Cognizant, HCL Tech, Tata. A direct answer to OpenAI's Codex Labs. Third, Thinking Machines Lab, Mira Murati's company, signed a multi-billion-dollar multi-year deal for Google Cloud AI hypercomputer capacity running on Nvidia GB300. Yes, a Google Cloud contract running on Nvidia Silicon, announced the same day Google launched its TPU Challenger. Fourth, Thomas Kurian confirmed on the keynote stage that Gemini will power Apple's next-generation Siri later this year. Atia sued today over $16 billion in alleged scam ads. The Consumer Federation of America filed in D.C. Superior Court. The allegation? Meta knowingly profits from fraudulent advertising on Facebook and Instagram. Internal Meta documents cited in the complaint reportedly projected that roughly 10% of 2024 revenue, $16 billion, would come from scam or banned goods ads. The specific claim is that Meta charged high-risk advertisers a premium rather than blocking them. Meta's response? The allegations misrepresent the reality of our work. They say they removed 159 million scam ads last year. Q1 earnings land Wednesday the 29th. Analysts are watching the CapEx guide, $115 to $135 billion for 2026, all of it pointed at AI. Microsoft. GitHub pulled Claude Opus out of Copilot Pro. Today, GitHub overhauled the Copilot individual plans. Signups paused. Weekly token limits tightened. And, the headline, Claude Opus models are removed from Pro entirely. Opus 4.7 is now Pro Plus only, $39 a month. Opus 4.5 and 4.6 are leaving Pro Plus too. The reason GitHub gave was explicit. Agentic workflows broke the plan economics. Read this next to the Anthropic story. Same day, 2 vendors, Same root cause. Claude Code and GitHub Copilot, two flagship coding agents, both got cut from their $20 plans on April 22nd. Anthropic tried to do it silently and failed. GitHub did it openly and shipped. Separately, Copilot Studio multi-agent orchestration went GA, with Microsoft Fabric and A2A communication live. GPT 5.2 is now in the Copilot chat model picker. Nvidia. Google launched a TPU challenger. The stock went up. Google's Sunfish and Zebrafish are the most aggressive shot at Nvidia's inference lead in years. First time Google has forked training and inference into separate silicon, a full ecosystem push at Cloud Next. Nvidia's response? Up 0.3% intraday, trading between $200 and $201. KeyBank reiterated overweight, $275 price target, citing the CUDA moat. The market called Google's bluff. Meanwhile, Vast Data closed a $1 billion Series F at a $30 billion valuation, triple its late 2023 mark. Drive Capital and Access Industries led. Fidelity, NEA, and Nvidia all participated. IPO track. Hanover Messe runs through Friday. Marvel NV-Link Fusion remains the week's big ecosystem tie-up. China. The profit story hits. Caution reported that ByteDance's 2025 net profit fell more than 70% on AI capex. TikTok overseas e-commerce still grew roughly 50%, but the compute bill is eating the balance sheet. Separately, GPU startup Sunrise raised another 1 billion yuan, roughly $140 million, lifting total funding to 4 billion yuan. The Chinese Academy of Sciences released a panoramic carbon accounting AI model today, recalculating China's 2022 greenhouse gas emissions, 17.7% lower than the UN used equivalent. US figures go up. That's AI as a geopolitical narrative tool, built into the public record. And DeepSeek V4 still has not shipped. No model card, no Hugging Face drop. The late April window is now down to 8 days. I read for today. The biggest story is not any one of these. It is that two of them happened on the same day. Anthropic and GitHub both cut coding agent access from $20 plans. Anthropic tried it silently and got caught. GitHub did it openly and shipped. Same root cause? Agents are breaking subscription economics. A developer running Claude Code or Copilot for 8 hours a day costs the vendor more than $20 in compute. The math stopped working. April 22nd is the day the industry admitted it. Second story? Google. Cloud. Next Day One delivered 5 wins in one keynote: TPU version 8, the Partner Fund, Thinking Machines, the Anthropic TPU expansion, and Gemini-powered Siri. On a day Nvidia's stock did not flinch, that is impressive. And underneath both of those, OpenAI's $1.5 billion into DeployCo, backed by $4 billion in private equity, with a guaranteed return attached. That is not a growth round, that is a capital structure decision. Subscribe for your daily commit to AI news. New episodes every weekday at 8 p.m. See you tomorrow.